So in this video, we're going to talk about why you can't seduce a woman from logic. This is really interesting. I actually have people ask me that question. It seems self-evident to me, but some people ask me that question, why can't you seduce a woman from logic? And the main reason is because think about it for a minute. Think about what seduction is. Seduction is the surrendering of logic in a lot of ways and feeling more emotion, feeling your turn on really. And as you move deeper and deeper into turn on, you should be thinking less and less. As you move deeper and deeper into turn on, you should be thinking less and less. I'll say that over and over and over again for you guys out there that are really analytical. You see, to seduce a woman, you've got to actually feel turned on. You got to actually feel turned on for her. You got to let her see you being turned on for her. And then you got to be okay with her feeling it, not getting ashamed, not getting embarrassed, not feeling weird about it. The more you go into your logical mind to try to do this, the less she'll feel. The less she'll feel your turn on, the less she'll be able to feel you. What she's going to feel is you thinking. She's going to feel you trying to figure things out, trying to analyze the situation. And there's nothing that kills, for lack of a better term, sexiness in the moment than somebody analyzing the moment in the moment. I mean, it kind of really sucks. And so what I want to present to you is this idea that sex is not a thinking thing. It's a feeling thing. We come back to this theme in Fearless a lot, but it is truly a feeling thing. You know, our brain is in three parts. It's the triune brain theory. We have the analytical part, which is the last brain to develop. It's on top. It's called the neocortex. Then we have the mammalian part, which is the emotional brain, and that's where you feel excitement and joy and all these different emotions. Then you have the instinctual brain, or the lizard brain, which is the first part to develop. And that part is eat, sleep, fight, fuck, all that stuff. And what happens is if you are heavily in your neocortex, the thinking brain, the last one, the big one, then you're not going to be as in touch with the instinctual brain. And the instinctual brain is where we really fuck and our animal instincts come out and that part of us that's really raw comes out. And our mammalian brain, which is also the part where that part of us that feels good comes out. You're going to be pulling energy from those two areas to go up and think and rationalize and use logic. It doesn't work as well. It doesn't make for a good connection. You ever hear about somebody getting lost in the moment or lost in the passion? You ever have a great moment in bed where afterwards you're like, wow, that just kind of just happened, it flowed, and there was a sense of being in a flow state? You ever been in a flow state? And for anything, not just sex, notice that there's not that much thinking going on. It's a lot of surrendering to the moment and this sense of flow. That's what we're talking about here. To be able to do that, you have to have a greater relationship to your body, which we've talked about in a lot of videos. You have to have a greater relationship to your emotions. And number one, you've got to feel good about being turned on. You've got to feel good about talking about sex, enjoying sex, no shame. Because the moment you experience that shame, the moment you experience the guilt for enjoying sex, for enjoying a woman, for thinking a woman's beautiful, for wanting to fuck a girl, what's going to happen is you're going to start pulling up in that analytical part of your brain, thinking about it, worrying about it. No. Guys that are good with women, they aren't ashamed of sex. Women that really like men aren't ashamed of sex. I actually think there's less women ashamed of sex than men in a lot of ways. You know, women have to worry about being called a slut and a whore by society, but in reality, when it comes down to it, I find them to be much more open to sex once they're past that than men. Whereas a lot of men out there just have so much shame, especially you nice guys, around saying, hey, I really like women. I like sex. I want to enjoy sex, this natural, beautiful thing that two people share together. And so this is why people go to the bar and drink so much alcohol, why alcohol is sold so much at the bar. Think about it. You drink enough alcohol, you are not going to be logical anymore. You're going to start feeling more emotion. You're going to be all over the place. Next thing you know, maybe, depending on how you operate, you'll end up in bed with a beautiful woman. Maybe she's drunk too. And the next morning, when you come out of that haze, and all the guilt and shame and all that crap comes back, how do you feel? See, that shouldn't happen. You shouldn't have to feel that way. If you have sex with somebody beautiful and amazing, and you have a great connection, and it's not just this, you're not just repressing your shame for the moment so you can get laid, then the next morning, it can be a beautiful experience shared between two people. And it can be for one night, it can be for a lifetime. So I want to encourage you to start feeling more, to start inviting more turn on into your life, inviting more sexuality in your life, to start removing the shame, the guilt, to start letting it go, to start taking a deeper look at what's going on inside your subconscious mind that's causing you to feel guilty in this area. It could be religious, it could be family, it could be that you modeled it from your parents. You didn't talk about sex or sexuality much. It could be a lot of different things. And as you move past this area, not only will you have a better sex life in general, but as you get into deep relationships, you're gonna be able to be more intimate, more connected, and go deeper, all because you won't have to deal with the shame that comes up every time you have sex. You won't have to deal with the shame that comes up every time you start to move forward and get attracted to a woman. And you won't go into your logical mind to deal with it. You won't go into your logical mind to try to figure out what to say and how to say it, because you'll have some actual feelings that are saying, you know what, I like her, just talk to her, because you won't feel guilty about it. So, with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you comment below. I definitely want to hear what you have to say, and I definitely want to hear what your experiences are in this area. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet, and make sure you go to thefearlessman.com and check out our live events. I'd love to meet you in person. I'd love to see you in an event. I'd love to be able to answer your specific questions for you. And with all that said, remember, only the confident really live. See you in the next video.
Every problem you have, you're going to get success, then you're probably going to create a very slow growth for yourself. Actually, I can guarantee you will. You're going to slow your growth down dramatically. So I always say the first thing you want to do, what really makes inner game work, which then makes outer game work.
Creating this nice safe container for her to feel safe in, the protective container role, then you have to be the grounded person. And what this means is when you talk about sex, you have to be comfortable with sex. So it starts by you